Hi guys, I haven't talked to you guys in a hot minute, so here I am. So there's a lot to talk about today, so I'm not going to dilly-dally. It's kind of a video I've been putting off for a long time. I'm about to graduate high school. My old school, well, the school I went to before, they just had their graduation, so I'm like, perfect time to throw some tea and shade on this frickin' school. Of course, I'm not going to say the school because I don't want to get like in trouble, but you know, it's always good to share a story, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, during these time periods, other stuff happened. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there's some stuff in here, of course, I'm going to leave out. Sadly, like, I can't tell you guys or pretty much share my story with everything in it. This is more or less focused on the school. There's some other stuff outside of school that happened, and I can't really talk about it because one, not enough time has passed, and two, it's just something that's not ready to be shared yet. So yeah. All right, so without further ado, this is why I left public school. In elementary school, I was like chill with everyone. Like, I got like bullied sometimes, but nothing like too serious. But 6th grade was pretty bad. I got bullied pretty badly, not gonna lie. I'm a weird person, okay? Like, that's just like saying I've always been a little bit off. I've always been weird. But just something about 6th grade, like, I just became a target just because of the way I dressed. I love dressing up. Well, not right now. In every other video I made, I'm literally in sweatpants, like today. But like, I loved dressing up. I loved expressing myself in clothes, like little Sydney rocking all that justice. Yeah, like that was it. That's also too when I got the first ideas of eating disorders. So yeah, 7th grade, pretty shit too. Got made fun of a lot. In 8th grade though, however, so in English class, everybody got like 5 stickers and we had to write our names on them. And around the classroom there were sheets of paper. Like, some of them were on the board, some of them were like on desks, whatever. And you know, some of them said like, oh yeah, I'm gonna care about my academics, or I'm gonna care about sports, like stuff like that. One of them that I chose was, I'm gonna care about how I dress, because that is how I express myself and I define my individuality. And I put a sticker on there, and these 4 bitches were laughing at me and pointing at me, thinking that, you know, just because I care about how I dress, that they thought that was freaking funny. And I'm like, okay, fuck you. That really was when I was like, you know what, maybe there's other options. And that's when I first started looking into private school. The private school near me is like $15K a year. And so my parents and I were like, you know what, we'll give high school a go. We'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work out, don't worry, we have other options. All right, so freshman year, you know, going into high school, decided to give school another go. I was still being bullied, like, pretty badly. This one girl, I'm not gonna name names, her story's still pretty prevalent, because she affected me so freaking much. And, you know, she's a common topic at therapy, you know, so we both had like broken feet at the same time, and we had to go upstairs, and she laughed at me in the elevator. Like, she literally, her and her friend were just like laughing at me and like making fun of me to my face. And I'm like, I don't remember what they said. I kind of like threw everything out of my head. This was like pretty much 4 years ago at this point. But still, like, the fact that she came, like, was straight on with me. I didn't do anything to her. She was saying like I was spreading rumors about her, but I wasn't, because I don't care about her enough and I'm doing my own stuff. So I'm like, girl, just go away. So this is also too when Ask FM was really popular back in like 2015. Ask FM was so popular, and I would get so many mean things every day. I'm like, dang, someone really has it out for me. But no, so I started dating someone my freshman year, and I can't really go into detail because this is that whole thing is a big other thing and a big other problem, and that I don't want to talk about in this video because this is more addressed to school. But some kid that went to the school that I did, he was like blackmailing me. Well, I'm saying it's a he. I don't know if it was a chick. I don't know who it was. But they were like blackmailing me and like in stuff with my now ex and my then friend. And it was a big mess, okay? Like, it was a mess. And I'm not trying to like shove this story away or anything, because I had fault in it too. Like, don't get me wrong there. Like, a lot of the stuff too, I screwed up. But that's not really the main point of this. The main point of this is just to, you know, talk about some bad stuff that happened to me and why I left. But anyway, I was getting blackmailed. It was really petty stuff. Like, they were just like saying BS threats. There was a death threat here and there. Like, nothing like, I didn't think anyone would do anything because it was all talk. Okay, end of freshman year now, and it's summer. And one morning, I wake up and my now car, that was then my mom's car, but now my car, all the tires were slashed, the window was broken, there was spray paint, there was a phallus object on my car, spray painted. Now I kind of think it's funny, but still, it's a really serious thing. Like, why would someone do that? Like, I don't know what I did, and you know what, this was like literally like kind of like 3.5 years ago now. Like, I don't care anymore, but still it's scary. Like, just waking up one morning and like your stuff's destroyed, like that's horrifying. So sophomore year, that girl moved. I had a boyfriend for the majority of it. And I'm just gonna say now that relationship was toxic and it was a factor, but that's all I'm leaving it at because I don't want to drag any more drama and pull another stick through that mud. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So there was a student who was terrorizing my brother too, and who we think has a big contributing factor into a bunch of stuff that happened my freshman year that, you know, I felt so unsafe at school. Like, this kid was like, walked by me like 6 times a day. I saw him every day. And, you know, I didn't feel safe. Like, I was trying to keep up my schoolwork. I got straight A's these 2 years, thank God. And my parents were impressed too. They're like, wow, with all this BS going on, I'm surprised you're doing well in school. A student was threatening me, and I went to the dean with proof of threat, pretty much. My brother had issues with this person too. I went to them and I was like, hey, something happened over the summer too, and this kid could be involved, and I just want to be away from him. Can you do that? And literally, he was giving me shit. I don't remember exactly everything that he said, because at this point it was 3 years ago. But like, I was so amazed in that moment that this guy was not doing anything for me. And I was getting so mad. I was crying. I was like, how can you not listen to a student? Like, even if like there's not a lot of evidence or proof, like, you know, you should probably like at least listen to the student, or at least like try to see if there's an actual issue aside from brushing it off. He brushed me off. I walked out of class that day. I missed my second period. I got in trouble too. And then the rest of the day I was just sobbing, and my mom had to come pick me up because the school wasn't like listening to me because I had a serious problem of not feeling safe. My mom got into an argument too with that dean. Like, she yelled at him because they weren't doing anything for my brother either. That's his story to tell. This is mine. His story's a lot more tragic than mine. Also, that was at the beginning of the year though. However, I had another incident with the dean. So there's 2 deans. I went to my dean. I went to the other dean the second time because the first dean wouldn't listen to me. I went to the second dean with text messages that I received during school that were threatening. I'm not gonna say name names or anything because she might see this, but it was very threatening stuff. And I took it to the dean. I showed him. It was sent at school. Okay, I had proof on my phone. You can see this timestamps. The student was in class. They were sending me horrible things. Showed it to the dean. Didn't do anything. He said that, you know, since I was texting back, I was kind of asking for it. That's pretty much what he said. But, you know, this person's threatening to beat me up at lunch. Like, I don't want to get beat up. But, like, this person now is, like, doing whatever. So, you know, they're not a character in my life anymore. But they're doing them. They're doing good, whatever. Like, good for you. Move on. And also too, this year I was also put on antidepressants because I have been suicidal for a long period of time through all the torment and all the ridicule I have gotten throughout my life, so thank you. In my school district, when I was in 6th grade, someone brought a gun to school, loaded, planning on killing another student. This kid was in 8th grade at the time. That's not good. In my entire school career, I have probably been in 3 hard lockdowns, including the time in 6th grade, another time in 8th grade, and then probably again another point sophomore year. I don't remember everything. Last year, the school I went to had a bomb threat, which is not normal. Like, the school had to be evacuated, but I wasn't a part of that, so. Oh yeah, multiple kids have gotten arrested on school grounds for drug possession, which is always freaking great. So 300 out of the 375 approximately that started school with me freshman year, 300 of them graduated. 375. No, 300 out of 375 have graduated. Literally 300 of them graduated. Some of them dropped out, some of them went to jail, some of them moved, but the fact of the matter is, kids I've grown up with are in jail for stupid things like drug possession. They're in jail for like assault and all these crazy things. Some of the stuff I don't even know. Some of the stuff I don't want to know. I've seen a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff I'm not talking about right now because that's just not, it's just not appropriate for this video. Really, more or less, the fact of the matter is, school, they don't take us seriously. I've had so many problems. Literally in like 7th grade, I went to my counselor because I was having problems with this one girl, and she told me it was my fault. Literally, she told me to my face it was my fault. Why are you telling me it's my fault? You are a school counselor. You're not supposed to tell some person hurting and having problems that it's their fault. More or less, I'm not saying like pity me, like, you know, a lot of people go through similar things. And honestly, the schools don't really do anything about it. There's too many stories like this. This is why, like, I'm kind of wanting to talk about this now and bringing this up now because summer is here. Kids can get out of school. There is other options, which is, again, underline, there's other options. Like for me, instead of going to private school, I do online school. And I don't have to deal with not feeling unsafe. I can do school on my own time. I think I matured a lot faster and I experienced more life things than I would have ever experienced in high school. That's just the truth. Like, I have traveled so much. I've gotten to meet so many great people that don't live in this area because this area to me is toxic and scary. And people may agree or disagree with that, but for me, I just need to get out of here. But really the main topic and the main point I want to make here is that there really needs to be change. Honestly, I want to see change in my lifetime, that a kid can go to school and not feel fear of being a target, feel fear of dying because someone's gonna walk through that door with a gun. Like, it's hitting me more than ever now that I'm done with school, that kids still have to deal with this every day. Have to deal with lockdowns, have to deal with feeling unsafe. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And that is a question I don't know how to answer. And that's a question I don't want to answer. It's just, it doesn't make, I don't know how to feel about school now. Education is important, yeah, but like, at what cost? There's schools bigger than mine, and I always forget that. A friend of mine, her graduating class is like 700. Mine was 300. It's crazy. And every class is like that. So there could be like thousands of kids in a school. Imagine if someone just blows it up. That's worse than 9/11. That puts it into perspective a little bit, at least. I don't know I don't want to speak from my generation. I'm just speaking from experience and just me being feeling unsafe at school, that it can be so much worse. I got lucky. I got out. But some kids don't have the option to get out. Of course, online school is a cheaper option, but still, not everybody can afford it. So yeah, there's other options, but really, we just gotta get to the core of it. I don't know how I feel now. There just needs to be so much more change. I one day want to experience a full year we can go without having a school shooting. Like, please. And I really hope I can see that in my lifetime. Like, not everybody has a perfect high school experience. Some kids can change it or whatever. I changed it. There really honestly needs to be something done just for, you know, the well-being of everybody else that has to go through the educational system here in America. There needs to be a little bit more change there, guys. So hopefully there'll be change soon. Hopefully more people can share their stories of how bad their high school experience was. More or less, I think also too, I want to film a video about how great it is, how great the option of online school was for me, because I have grown literally so much as a person. Like, if you knew me when I was 15, you'd be like, dang, that girl's whack. But now I'm like, yo, I'm still kind of whack, but like, I understand life a little bit better. So I'm trying to leave this video on a laugh. You know, it's a sad topic, but it's really a topic that needs to be discussed. I will be more than welcome to make another one of these in the future because, you know, everything changes in society so fast that you never know what can happen the next day. So we'll see where this goes. I hope you guys have a great day and be safe out there. Love one another, and it's kind of it. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.